Crazy with Allison, and I'm just going to get myself live on our Facebook group. You should be seeing me okay on my page. So I'm just going to go back here and on my chat and just do a refresh. And oh, look at that, I'm live. Yay! What do you know? Okay, sometimes it's faster than others, that's for sure. Okay, let's just see if I've got sound, hopefully. Okay, yay! Okay, so we're good to go here, and I thought I saw somebody jumping in. I thought I saw Kathy there. Let me just make sure, because just when you think everything's going to show up, I thought I saw Kathy jump over there on the border. Oh, Karen, there you are. Hi, Karen. Welcome. Morning, Diane. Morning, Keisha. How are you guys? Nice to see you on this very, very warm day. It's going to be a hot one in the old town tonight. All right, I guess you can see what we're going to play with today. We're going to be playing with the Floral Impressions Suite. This is a suite that is in the online exclusives. I think it was released, it was just released in May. It was released in May. May 2025. Hi, Mo. How are you? Hi, Leanne. How are you? Anyway, sometimes it can be hard to find things on the online exclusives. So I like to just point out where they are. So if you go to my store, and you click on the menu, it'll actually has a category online exclusives, and then you'll see them all. So these are products that are not in any publication, but that's a good thing because it means they hang around a lot longer than just a publication. And they sometimes reorder them if they sell out. A lot of times they reorder them. So they're around for a while. So I like online exclusives. And they're fabulous products. And there's tons of them, so you don't want to miss out. So that's what we're going to be playing with today. So I'm going to just hide my face, come over here, and get myself set up. Okay. So there are two suites that have almost the same name, and it's driving me crazy. So one of them is Floral Impressions. That's what we're going to work with today. And the other one is Florals in Bloom. Now the Florals in Bloom is in the annual catalog, okay? And it's the focus of my free PDF video tutorial. I provide one every month. So my team gets it for free, and my customers get it for free. So if they make any size purchase, they get it for free. There's 12 designers, and we all do a supply list and measurements for each project and a video tutorial. So, and the videos are very short. They're only like 10 minutes or less, so they're not hard to watch. And excuse me, and it's just straight to the point. How do you stamp this? And that's it. So most of them are under 10 minutes, so it's not cumbersome to watch them. And also it can be purchased for $19.50 per month. So in my tutorial store. So that's Florals in Bloom. But we're going to work with Floral Impressions. Okay. So we've got the stamp set. And I like the stamp set because you got the two-step. And that's, since I've been a demonstrator like 24 years, they've had two-step Stampin' Up, and it actually was very unique. I don't even know if there's anybody that even has them. I don't even know. Who's over there? Jacqueline. Good morning, Jacqueline. Who else? Ellie. Good morning, Ellie. Good morning, Kim. How are you? Nice to see you. I'm glad you're good, Di. That's good. Hi, Marilyn. Good morning. Anyway, it's kind of a unique stamp technique, I guess, where you've got a bold image, and then you can stamp on top of the bold image, and you get a very detailed image. And then these flowers can all be cut out with the coordinating dies as the leaves and the middles, okay? It's also got some really nice sayings. Thanks. You can always use thanks, and you can always use I appreciate you, right? Okay, so here's the dies. We're going to be using some of these today. So you can see here that the dies, the outline here, so let me just grab this one as an example. I've got my tape on here to keep them together. Oop. But this one is, you can cut out your flower, okay? And then same with this one and this one and the leaves, okay? But excuse me, if you cut these out together or even cut one out, oops, let's put this down. Cut one out and then cut the outside. You see why I've got these taped together so I don't have to fuss with them all the time and figure out where they go. I think that's the way they go. You can cut out the center, the flowers, and this is what this is what they look like. So let me get you one. Okay, so here's this one. So you can see it embosses it and then it cuts it out. Okay, so there's lots of ways you can use these stamps and dies together. All right, so let's get that set aside. Excuse me. And then the suite also has a pressed flower embossing folder. Really pretty. We're going to use that today. And it's got these are actually one of my favorite new embellishments, strawberry slush and pretty in pink gems. That's pretty. So you got the strawberry slush, the pretty in pink, and then more or less clear. It's got a little bit of yellow on it. So those are pretty. Then the designer series paper. I thought this was really interesting. So here's one sheet. They're 12 by 12, of course, and then they're double-sided. But if you look at this sheet, you see a whole bunch of different designs on here. And look at this. So we've got this strip, like they're almost like strips. So there's a strip, 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 strip. Look at this. That's this first strip, but it's the whole page. There's the second strip, but it's the whole page. Can you see what they did? I thought that was really brilliant. There's the third, but it's the strip, strip, strip. This one here becomes kind of the last strip. So I guess 5 strips. Okay. Isn't that cool? I thought that was kind of interesting. And then the other side has just really nice, soft colors and patterns. Really like that. Okay. So that's the designer series paper. All right. Let's, get started. Oh, I'm a little crooked here. There we go. Easier to change my work surface and maybe make it straight than it is my phone at this point. All right, we're going to start, excuse me, with basic white. And this is our 8.5 by 5.5, and we've scored it at 4 1/4 to make our card front. So the next thing I want to do is grab a piece of pretty in pink. This is just cut 5 1/4 by 4, and we're going to emboss that. Anybody else jumping on over on my other side? Just Karen and Jacqueline. Okay, I think I got everybody on my own side here. So this one here, you got to sort of decide where you want it. Now, my card is going to be a portrait card. It's going to open like that. So I positioned this. Now, I could move it over and really get a lot of this on here, but I wanted it to kind of look like it was going off the page. So I'm going to make it like that. And then for our platform, we've got one, and then our, oh, sorry, this is not a 3D. This is not 3D. So here's the platform 1, clear 3, folder, paper, and another clear 3. Okay. So it's not, you don't need the specialty plate for this one. Run that through. I have to laugh because I wasn't very careful when I was running my thing, like an embossing folder through, and I just went for it, and it went flying off the whole platform went flying off the end. My husband comes running in like, what's going on in here? I guess he thought I fell or something. Okay, so there's our embossing folder. Did I tell you the name of this one? Pressed Flowers, yeah. Okay. Here we are. Isn't that nice? So you can use the deboss side, which is the side that is, that the background is higher than the image, or you can use the embossed where the image is higher. So we'll use that. Okay, I think I'll go ahead and glue that down, actually. You know me, I like to glue stuff down as I can so I don't lose it. Now, I prefer white glue. You guys know this, but I also wanted to say, when you have an embossed project like this, or piece of cardstock, sorry, I find that if I use the white glue, I get it into all the little ridges, which is nice. And sometimes if you're using the seal and you press too hard, it actually pulls the cardstock up. I don't know if you've noticed that. So you want to be really careful when you're using the Stampin' Seal. Okay. All right. And set that aside. Now, next, I've got a piece of Darling Duckling. I didn't think about that. Darling Duckling. And I've got, whoops, I've got a die. Now this die set, whoops, has two different kinds of dies. And I'm going to, I pulled all the dies I was going to use. Oh, here it is. So you can see it's got, and actually this is the wrong die. So let me grab the die I actually need. Ooh, that was lucky. So one of the dies has this edge that goes around it, and the other one does not. Okay. So they're both the same size, but one has a nice edge and one doesn't. Okay. So I want the one with the little edge on it. And we're just going to run that through our embossing machine. And that's just the standard sandwich. I think you guys all know the standard sandwich, right? If you're joining me and watching on a replay, which I appreciate, make sure you comment if you have any questions. Okay, so then what we end up with, and I'm just going to show you the sandwich. So 1, 2, 3, paper, die, and a 3. Okay. Oh, and I cut, oh no, I didn't. I thought I cut the wrong one, but I didn't. Okay, almost. So what you end up with is you end up with a inside, and you end up with an outside little rim here. Okay. Now I don't want, I'm going to put those back in, both of those. I don't want to, I don't want the same color on the outside, although it's fine if you want to do that. So what I did was I went ahead and cut another one out of the white. So now I've got an edge to go around my white stamped piece. I want to stamp this piece. Okay, so just keep this. And then from the white one, I just got the edge and I'll use it on this. Okay, so there's no waste on that. All right, let's keep going here. Going to glue this down. Now, you could use our adhesives. Like I could have cut it out with my adhesives, but then I would have had the middle piece and it would have been hard to kind of reuse that. So all I'm going to do is take my white glue, put a little dab there on my silicone mat, turn that on the opposite side, pick up some glue and just go around dabbing the glue on, making sure I don't move this. Because if you start moving this, you're going to end up with glue where you don't want. Okay, so that gives me enough glue on here to affix it. At least it should. I did it right. Let's see here. Yeah, we're good. Okay. And I like to fold my piece over and just kind of give that a nice little rub. Okay, that actually looks pretty nice. You could do, you could change this completely up. If you didn't want to put this on the inside, gosh, you could put flowers on the outside and then a little saying. That would be nice too. Could have done that. I'm sort of, can you hear my wheels turning? That maybe I should switch it up a bit. But I'm not going to. Am I? Let's see. Maybe. We might switch this card completely up. Let's see what we're going to do here. Not sure what I want to do. Going to give it a sec here. Let it percolate. Okay, so what I've done, you guys, is when I'm sort of watching usually sports, usually the Blue Jays, or today it's Wimbledon, I go ahead and cut out a whole bunch of flowers out of different colors. So then I can just grab them and I'm ready to kind of go. It's a bit better because sometimes when you want to make a card, you think, oh, I don't want to drag out everything. So I have the little bits all ready to go. So let's assemble my flowers. So remember I was saying that if you've got a, it embosses and cuts out. Same with the centers. Can you see that? It's kind of cute. Okay, so we've got our centers. I think I used a big one on this. Not sure why, but I guess I did. I think I could have a little center. I don't know if it needs a big center. let's do that. So I'm going to let that glue permeate a little bit. I think I've got a bit too much glue on there. So I use my sponge that I was using earlier. Okay. And I guess I do have a big one, so I'm going to just have to use it. Okay, so now we've got our flowers. Let's move those. And then I've got these little guys I cut out. Now what colors? Pretty in Pink, Fresh Freesia, Darling Duckling. You can hear them. What can you hear, Kim? Can you hear my fan? Not sure what you mean by I can hear them. I have to have a fan on in here or I will expire. So it's on the lowest setting, you guys. I'm sorry if it's, you can hear it, but I can't. Anyway, I don't know what I must have said something a while ago. Your wheels. Oh gosh, Kim, you don't come all the time, but when you do, you're so funny. Can you hear them? They're more like grinding. My wheels don't turn fast. They grind. Oh, you're so funny. Okay. Serious. Let's get serious here, people. Okay, I've got lemon lime. Lemon lime twist. We're going to cut all of these out. Now, I've got tape on these guys because there is it cuts differently. I'll show you the difference in the leaves, okay? So just bear with me. So everything just went scooting across my thing here, which I don't want. So let's put that in. All right. So is that pretty? Cuts the note and then it also kind of gives it a little detail. That's pretty. What have we got here? We've got that one we don't need. This one we don't need. And we got these two that we're going to pop out of here. Okay. All right. So here's the difference in the leaves. Okay. So this one is just regular. It's just a regular die. This one here has the inside and the outside, and it creates just a different look. Okay. So that's how those work. All right. Now, I'm not sure what I want to do here. So I'm going to cut out something with I'm not sure what I'm doing. We're just playing along here. So I'm going to grab my lovely stylish shaped dies. Let me grab one of those labels. I don't know. My wheels have stopped grinding. Hey guys, I'm not quite sure what I want to do. Let me see, do my words fit? Okay, not going to do that. See what happens when you stop and you think, gosh, what can we do that would be kind of different? And you think, why don't you just leave it the way it was? No, I'm going to do something. Just not sure what. Okay. So originally, I'll do it the original way, and then we'll play and see what we think. Okay. My fan is on as well. No worries. Oh, it's so hot. Oh, hi, Debbie. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. Debbie's sharing, which means that other people can see that she's watching, and then they can find me. So I really appreciate that. Thank you. Grab a scrap of white in case we want to do something totally different. Okay. I'm going to stamp some sayings, and they're all from the set. So we've got our memento. We're going to stamp thanks in memento. We're going to stamp so very much in Fresh Freesia. Okay. Thanks is going to be here. And close that up because there's nothing. Who's like me and you always get black on your hands? Yeah, hands up, right? Fresh Freesia, red and black. Oh, you're from Michigan. Hi, Southwest. Let me think. Okay, Southwest. Picturing it in my mind. so very much. Oh, you know what I want to do is I want to also stamp it on this. So, sorry, I want to stamp. Anybody else a tennis freak? I like all sports. I felt so bad for Amanda yesterday in her match. She just was a grueling 2 weeks. She just lost her energy level, I think. Such a sweet kid. Anyway, today we've got the two top guys. I do tend to have a soft spot for Carlos, just like Carlos. Oh, I'm using Granny Apple Green. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Okay. So it's a tight match. So my guy's ahead, but I won't be upset if Sinner wins. I just prefer Carlos. So see, this is how the original is going to be, like this. Okay. But let's see if we take this one and maybe I can find something that might work with it. Probably all thinking, oh my goodness, how are you creating on the fly? Oh, just felt like it. Is this too big? I'd say so. Not like that. What other ones do we have, you guys? I could just go to my, maybe we'll go with textured note dies, because they sort of have the edge that, you know, they've got that stitching. So maybe that would work. This one here, that's a good size. Oh, let's try that. I'm just going to cut it out and we'll see what we'll make up our minds. We'll have a vote and we'll see. Or I'll make it a different way and then we'll compare the two and we'll see what we like best. They're probably going to both be nice. I made this card last week because this Suite Collection, Floral Impressions, is my next video tutorial with my friends from around the world, my other demonstrator friends. That's what we're going to use in August. And so I made this card because I was contemplating using it for the tutorial, but I went with a totally different card. Oh gosh. Okay, that's not going to go back in. We're just going to put that on my desk. All right. Oh, so now we've got this. So we could put that like that. And then we could start building our flowers. Yep, I'm going to do that. We're going to do that, you guys. I'm going to do it as a different thing, and we'll have a look, and we'll vote. Let that go outside of the frame. And then we're going to start building our flowers. So just a little bit of glue. I don't need to use the mat for this. I can just dab it on, because don't forget that this glue dries clear. Just hold that down. Hi, Sonia. Thank you for sharing. Appreciate that. Helen is over there. Hi, Helen. How are you? How is everybody today anyway? It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood around here. Okay, I'm going to put this down. Our little fresh freesia flower. And I think I'll put that one down there, but we'll see how this kind of lines up. We'll do that. And then I've got this bigger one. Put it down. Maybe the bigger one should go with the smaller one. The smaller one should go with the bigger one. That makes more sense. Okay, and then I think that looks good. Okay, let's glue this down. I kind of lay my pieces out and then see where they are. But of course, as you guys know, because I love my white glue, I can actually move things around because they don't, the glue doesn't glue right away. It gives me time to play a little bit. I'm going to hold all of this down for a sec and see if anyone else is watching. No, we're all good. You know, these days where it the heat is day after day after day. It's like you don't get any relief, do we? And of course, a lot of houses in Vancouver do not have air conditioning. It's just not something that we have. But in the last 5 years, we've had horrible weather, meaning we've had atmospheric rivers and all sorts of horrible things. And when that happens, we also get heat domes. A lot of people, one summer, I don't even remember how many people died from the heat here, like over 100, I think. Pretty awful. So government gave some relief to older people living in buildings and gave them a air conditioner, which is nice. I have 2 window ones, which are nice, but not in my office. Just a fan, which is actually doing pretty good right now. I'm actually doing okay. No complaints. Not like the poor Easterners. Oh my gosh, the heat, you guys, that you're dealing with. My daughter is dying, and she says that there was thunderstorms, and it didn't. Usually it'll break the humidity, but she said it didn't. Did I talk too much and not tell you what I was doing? I popped this one up because I wanted it to have a little bit more, interest. This one here. I don't think we need that one. And I'm not sure if we need another leaf or not. Maybe. I got the pieces. I might as well use them. You're going to love this. If you like flower dyes, you're going to love this. Sweet. Okay. All right. Well, it is awful, Debbie. It was absolutely awful. And I think it was pretty awful for first responders because they went to 6, 7, 8 calls a day. So it's no relief from the humidity. That's what Cardi said. Remember when we were kids, Mo? I grew up in Toronto, Debbie. And when we were kids, if there was going to be a thunderstorm, which I was petrified of thunderstorms. But anyway, we don't get many here. Thunderstorms would break the humidity. So in some ways, you'd be like, oh no, it's a thunderstorm coming. But then you'd be, oh, gotta break that humidity. But it doesn't do that anymore. All it does is set fires, I think. This is such a Patsy card. Hi, Patsy, my border buddy from Minnesota. Okay, so this is the card I made today, but this is the card I made originally. So what are we thinking? Do we have a preference? I think they're both nice. What do we think? I'm thinking I like this one better. So how will we call this? We'll call this left and right, I guess. So this is my left and this is my right. Which one do we like? Left or right? Both? What are we thinking? Oh, you're welcome, Jacqueline. Oh, hi, Sarah. You snuck in there, and Patricia. You both snuck in there over on my Border Buddy group. Or, well, not mine. Patsy's and mine. If you live anywhere in the world, doesn't matter. Patsy and I run our own Facebook group called Border Buddy Hangout, and our live stream over there. And Patsy posts beautiful projects. So check us out. Just ask to join. Anyone can join. So it's Border Buddy Hangout. Okay. You like both? Okay. You like this one better, Jacqueline? Okay. You like both, Keisha? You like today's, Mo? Patsy likes today's. Yeah, there is something about this one, isn't it? Marilyn, you like this one too? I think I like the fact that it almost looks like a little hoop where you've got flowers, almost like a little wreath, a fake wreath. And actually, I guess you could go crazy and go all the way around. Little ones, maybe. That would be pretty. And don't forget, you can stamp these and cut them out, right? Like you don't have to use the dies. I do like the dies. Okay, real quick, let me show you some projects. Real quick here. My next virtual class, you can join from anywhere. You don't have to live in Canada, but if you live in Canada, you'll get a goodie bag with your kit. So we're using the Painterly Pairs Suite Collection. Again, this is an online exclusive from July. So isn't this pretty? How can you go wrong with pears, right? So the goodie bag includes 5 yards of the gorgeous ribbon from the suite, Mossy Meadow and Gold, 1/4-inch trim. You get a full package of low-profile sparkle dots. You get half a pack of the stunningly gorgeous designer series paper, Painterly Pears. Here it is. Look, so gorgeous. So you get 6 sheets, the ones I'm showing you. They're double-sided, so you get lots. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at all those pears. And on the other side is, more neutrals, right? Pattern-wise. Yeah. Okay, so we make 8 cards, 4 designs, 2 of each. If you don't live in Canada, you can buy the PDF version. And it doesn't come with the cards cut or the goodie bag, but you can cut your own and join us. We're going to get together to stamp on August the 23rd. August 23rd, we stamp together on Facebook. So here's some cards highlighting this suite. So we did this one. I don't remember when we did this one. Just the other day, right, you guys? I think so. I can never remember. We did a live on this. You like the what? A wink of on the flower centers. You love your wink of Stella die. Okay, so we've got that one we did the other day. My sister Ellie, who is on this call, she made me and sent me this one. Isn't this pretty? Look at this. I love how she's folded that over, so she can see. So you don't have to pick which side of paper you like better. You can have both. I like that. And she's cut this out of the paper. Okay. And I've got this one here. We made this one on Wednesday, I think. Okay. So those are some of the cards. Oh, this one here, my friend Leanne, who is on this call, Stamp Chatter, she made this one. Isn't that pretty? Using the dies and cutting out from the paper. Really love that. Okay. All right. So there we are. There's our cards for today. And bring this over here and bring myself back on screen. And there we go. So it looks like everybody likes today's card better. So this one. Okay. I'm glad I changed it up. That's good. Although some of you say both. You like both. You're not picky. Okay. All right. That's it for today. We went a little bit longer because I changed my mind halfway through my card. Thanks all for coming. Really appreciate, you know how much I appreciate you guys taking time out of your busy lives to come and watch me craft. And I try to keep to 30 minutes. Today we were a little bit longer, but we made a new card. So there you go. 2 versions. I'll see you hopefully again on a Wednesday. Wednesday, I join you here live, same channels, at 2 p.m. Pacific time. So just adjust for your own time zone. All right, you guys, you have a great rest of the day and try and stay cool because I think no matter where we are today, it's pretty hot. So sunscreen, and we'll see you back here on Wednesday. Okay, thanks so much, you guys. Bye for now.